Change me, oh God.
I've known Pastor Shirley for perhaps 26 years. The first 2 years just as a pastor parishioner coming to worship. 24 years I've known her as staff partnering with me in ministry, which has been a very exciting time.
I've had the pleasure of knowing Pastor Jackson for the last 18 and a half years.
I met Miss Shirley almost 2.5 years ago when I first started working here at Grove.
I've known Sister Shirley for 24 years when she first started working here at Grove.
I have known Pastor Shirley for 17 years.
We came to Grove, my husband and I, in 1993, and Pastor Shirley and Reverend Jack were the two first people we met after we got here. They were very cordial and it made us want to stay here at Grove. That's why we're still here 25 years later.
I have known Pastor Shirley for about 15 months now.
Since I got here, probably 2 years, maybe a little more.
I've been knowing Miss Pastor Shirley Jackson for over 30 years.
I actually known Pastor Shirley since I was born. She started working here a little bit before I was born, and then in 1995 was the first time I met her in church. So I really can't speak about our first experience since I was a newborn baby, but that was then.
I think it's been about 14 years. She was a part of women's ministry at the time. And I remembered walking into women's ministry for the very first time, feeling disconnected and a little like an outsider, and she welcomed me in right away.
I first met Shirley in 2009.
I had known Pastor Shirley for approximately 11 years.
I think I've known Pastor Shirley for almost 25 years. I know she's been here on staff at 24, so probably 24, 25 years.
So I've known Pastor Shirley for almost 10 years now.
I've known Pastor Shirley since I started working here in 2013, so about 5 years.
I have known Pastor Shirley since I came to Grove in December of 2016, so I would say I met just about everybody around that same time.
When I applied for the position as a receptionist, that was about 12 years ago.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. She was my supervisor.
When did you know that Pastor Shirley was a godsend?
I first met Pastor Shirley at an executive staff meeting after I got hired here. I came into the room and she was sitting beside me and she gave up her seat so I can sit closer to Pastor Mariner.
The first time I remember meeting her probably was around 7 years old, when I can really have memories inside the church with her and Mr. Jackson. They always used to talk to me. He used to always encourage me to be better. So
I don't know when I actually first met Pastor Shirley. Again, I'm going to say December of 2016.
The first time I met Miss Shirley was probably in a staff meeting, and I just kind of blew by and just said hello. But I went to her office later the next week, and we actually sat down and had a conversation. And now I know why people love Miss Shirley so much.
We met at Sunday school. We were over at Miss Lee, one of the teachers that was at Grove Baptist Church.
I first met her when I joined Grove in 2000 and started new members in 2001. She was one of the persons on staff that encouraged me to actually get involved in ministry after I completed new members class.
I first met Shirley when she became employed at Grove.
Volunteering. I played a part in Grove's marching band. So actually that was the first ministry I volunteered in.
I first met her during my orientation, so that would have been in September 2013.
Pastor Shirley actually was instrumental in my being hired as a teacher at Mariner Christian Academy. She was one of the first people that let me know that there was a position open, and she was a part of my interviewing process.
Yes, I met her in 1991. She was the church clerk at the time.
My first encounter when I interviewed for the job, she was one of the interviewers.
I met Shirley in church. met her family, knew that she had a desire or interest, a urgency to let people know about her Christ. I met her again in church, but really got to know her because of her involvement in church life, in the life of people, and that has been an amazing journey.
I will miss her wisdom, her smile.
What I miss the most about her, there's so many things. One is probably her big heart. The more or longer I've had the opportunity to work with her, I've been able to kind of get to know her really well. She has such a giving spirit. I think that is one of the things I'll miss the most about her. Not that there are other folks that have a big heart, but they're not as big. They're not as big as Pastor Shirley's.
I'm gonna miss her open door policy. I'm gonna miss the way she is able to just say hi, and then you go in there and you get a whole counseling session. I'm gonna miss her energy, her light, just her. She makes you feel at home. I'm gonna miss that piece of home.
I will miss most about Pastor Shirley, our small talks that we have, her encouraging words, her prayer.
What I'll miss most about Pastor Shirley is her knowing. Her knowing and her seeing eye beyond what you're telling her, that everything's okay, when it's really not. When you're doing such a good job of wearing a mask and she just kind of tears that down ever so gently. I'll miss being able to go into her office and to just pour out and to have a safe place to talk about the things that I struggle with from day to day. I'll miss her smile, and I'll miss her constant barrage of emails about people who passed away. But I think I'll miss the fact that she won't be here to usher that transition for people. That she is our barometer, she's our thermostat in how we should respond to people in their time of bereavement and need. And she's extremely good at that. It's what she's called to do, and I think that those are the things I'll miss most about her.
I will miss her smile and her warm personality.
What I'm going to miss most about Pastor Shirley is her genuine spirit. She just has this authenticity about her personality, about her perspective, how she deals with people, and I think that's what I'm going to miss the most.
Everything. The assistance, the laughter, just all of it, her mere presence, because she kept me in line. She tried to anyway.
I will miss just her open door, her open heart. She is one in a million. There are not a lot of women that are like her. I mean, what I mean by that is she embraced me for me, my rough edges, my sarcastic wit, if you would call it that, my quick comeback, and all of that. When I first came from New York, she embraced me just for who I was. She didn't try to change me, but at the same time, she changed me, just being herself, loving me genuinely, and encouraging me to be not just a better person, but a better woman. I could go to her and talk to her about anything and everything, and her words were always kind, her words were always loving and supportive. She never turned her nose up at me or looked down upon me, but yet and still encouraged me to be a better woman in God, just to embrace it and not be afraid of it. So I'm going to miss her presence overall, just her generally.
What I'll miss most about Pastor Shirley Jackson will be her nice smile and her encouragement to us as we come past her office each and every day with the spirit that she has, you can just look into the office and she can feel the her spirit if something's wrong with you or you're not feeling so well, and she'll give you encouraging words, either with words or without words.
Pastor Jackson has such a caring nature. As most of you all know, I have been caring for my parents for the last 10 years. And anytime I saw Pastor Jackson, one of the things that she would always ask me personally was, how was I doing? Oftentimes, when you're caring for, elderly parents or someone that's sick, people will ask you, well, how is that person, the actual person who's ailing? And sometimes they forget about the actual caregiver. But Pastor Jackson would always take time to ask me how I was doing, how my son was doing, and that's something that has always stuck with me because, that was a very difficult time for me. So for somebody to ask me how I was doing during that time really meant a lot, during a time that was very hard.
Oh my goodness. Shirley is a compassionate, caring person. She cares about what she's doing. She's also a mentor and a teacher. I was fortunate enough to volunteer under her for 2 years, and it was marvelous. It was wonderful. You'd be surprised at the number of people that she knows. She's a wonderful person.
And then what I miss most about Pastor Shirley is her taking the time to listen. Taking the time to listen, no matter how busy she was. She would always take the time to listen. And you could know that she was listening because at the end of me talking, she always had good advice. She never told me what to do, but she gave me advice. And most of the time I took it.
During my orientation with Renee over the phone, she went down the list of all of the staff members, giving me just a little information about each one. And I'll never forget, for Pastor Shirley, she said, Pastor Shirley is golden. If you ever need someone to talk to, if you ever have something that's on your mind, you can speak to her freely and she'll keep it. And never until I was actually in the situation did I understand what that really meant. So I think that's what I'm going to miss most about her, is just having someone to go to that you can talk to and share, and just without words, she creates a loving and nurturing environment. Not only that, but long after the conversation, she will continually ask, are you okay? Or ask how the situation worked out. And I think that's what I'm going to miss most.
Her wisdom, even when since I was a young kid, and especially going through college and coming back and getting involved in church, Pastor Shirley has always been wise and always been able to show me how I can, integrate into ministry, and just, help me out when it comes to just learning how to work with people and meet the needs of people.
I know that I'll miss most about Shirley's retirement is her desire to see people transformed. Her honesty, her transparency, her compassion, her zeal, her ability to see beyond the surface, to hear words that have been unspoken, to care enough about people to be uncomfortable. I'm going to miss that about Shirley, Pastor Shirley. I'm going to truly miss her compassion for God and for people, and her encouragement for me as a senior leader here at Grove Church. Her presence will be tremendously missed, irreplaceable, because she brings so much integrity to the workplace and to the kingdom of God.
It's so much more because we're so close and we're good friends.
Yeah.
And anything I need, I could call on Shirley. I could come in not feeling up to par. as far as workload and anything that's bothering me, I just walk right into Shirley's office. Yeah. We sit, we have a chat, we pray together. So that's my girl.
Yeah.
That's my girl. Because I work with Shirley all of these years.
Since I'm retired too, retirement is a wonderful opportunity to give yourself a time of relaxation, a time of reflection, and then a time to decide what your next step in life is going to be. So I recommend that you take a break. I always say at least 2 months off to give yourself time to de-energize and then re-energize.
My advice would be live it up to the fullest. That's it.
If I can offer a bit of retirement advice, I would say enjoy your retirement. Find out what your next assignment is. As this assignment comes to an end, find out what the shift is going to look like and go after that next assignment with everything you have in you.
Go to some beaches, have fun, don't work.
So, first things first is that when you retire, you are no longer living at work, you are working at living. Thought you'd like that, Pastor Shirley. The next thing that I would say is try something new. Try as many new things as you can. Try things that you like to do, even if they're not new things. Sleep in, sleep a lot, stay up late, watch shows. I know you like commercials. YouTube is great for commercials, but also try something new, like start watching puppy videos, baby videos. There's so many great things on YouTube. I just know you like commercials, so enjoy YouTube. That's going to be a great resource for you.
Retirement advice that I would give her is the way you took care of me, so many other people. I want you to take care of yourself.
Retirement advice, don't look back. Enjoy your time. Do the things that you've always wanted to do, and do the things that you do by choice, because now you can choose how you spend your day. You can choose whether or not you're going to do this or that. You're not bound by a job anymore. So you really are, your wings are not clipped, and you're able to fly and to do those adventurous things that you want to do. Go camping with Jack, or whatever your heart desires. Take care of your mom.
Pastor Shirley, do not answer your phone. None of those texts that you get all during the night, weekends, holidays, okay? Put it down and live and enjoy your retirement, because it's greatly deserved. You're such a beautiful person. God bless.
Yes, retire and stay retired. Don't find another job that you love like I do and don't want to stay at home. Enjoy your grandchildren.
Retirement is all about leisure. It's all about relaxing. It's all about spending time with family and friends. And I encourage you, Pastor Jackson, just to do exactly that. Enjoy the fact that you don't have to punch a clock. Enjoy the fact that you don't have to be running from here and there and everywhere. Enjoy the fact that you don't have to get up early in the morning, and just enjoy your husband, enjoy your family, enjoy vacations, go out on, I believe I heard something about a camper, go out on that. Just enjoy the blessings of not being able to have to come to work every day, and enjoy the seasons and traveling and just enjoying the life in abundance that God has blessed us with.
My best advice for Pastor Shirley would be just let making yourself happy be most important. Not making everybody else happy or satisfying everybody else's needs, but now it's just your time to focus on yourself.
My retirement advice for Pastor Shirley Jackson would be to enjoy it, and I'm glad that she's decided to go ahead and enjoy her retirement. She's well deserved.
She is an essential puzzle piece here, so I know, first of all, that we're going to miss her, but I pray that she enjoys retirement. The things that she's longed to do that she has not had the opportunity because of working full-time, that she gets to do that. I'm not sure if that involves traveling, spending time with her husband, her son, her grandchildren, but whatever God has in store for her, I just pray she enjoys life to the fullest.
For retirement advice, have fun, go see the world, don't answer your phone for work, and just figure out what you want to do next in life, and enjoy.
My advice for retirement, take me with you, please. Just have fun. You've worked long, you've worked hard, you've poured out a lot in me. And I know you've done it, poured a lot in others as well. So let God now pour into you with laughter, with fun, with activities, with trips, with anything your heart desires. I truly pray that God will just open up and pour out a window of heaven 1,000-fold unto you, because you've given a lot for a long, long time. And I do love you a lot, Reverend Jay.
If I could offer a bit of retirement advice, it would be simply to enjoy the world that God has created. The world isn't a bad place. It has some bad things happening, some people who might need to change some of their policies, procedures, habits, actions, lifestyles. But I still believe this world has been made by God. I hope that Shirley is able to enjoy the labor that she's given while still serving God in a different place, a different capacity. I offer her this advice: don't leave us, don't forget about us. That's the first thing. But the second thing would be enjoy the world that our Creator has made, and people that you've missed because you've been working, reconnect with, call them, let them know that you have more free time to go to lunch or read a book together. I hope that Shirley enjoys, Shirley will enjoy this retirement. I hope to join you, I don't know, but I hope soon, but not that soon. But I thank you and I hope that you enjoy your retirement by simply enjoying people that you've missed.
The advice I can give you about retirement, this might sound a little selfish, but don't, because we want you to stay. But seriously, have a lot of fun. I can see the transition, the glow that is starting to get brighter and brighter in your eyes. So when you step out of the doors, just enjoy life. Live every day like it's the last, and just, you deserve it. So enjoy it.
My advice to you, Jay, is to just strictly enjoy. Just have a good time and make it all about you, baby.